right. So, okay, let's start. So, welcome everyone. Uh, it will be a series. So, today we are starting with this. It's a beautiful topic, at least I find it very intriguing, interesting, connected to everyone, the emotion code. And this is something I wish they teach in school. Everybody can learn, understand, and really it can help you in making your life happy and healthy. So the question comes what it is, and then comes how to use it, and then how to maintain it. So we'll start today talking about this topic, and then probably either next week or week after, we'll get into how practically we can use it. So this is, in a way, what they call triple code system: the emotion code, the body code, and your belief code. So we have our belief system. Of course, we have our body, and then we have our emotions. I mean, in physical body, emotions are given. That's the basic reason the soul comes in the human form. There is no way of soul to experience emotion as a soul without a human body. And that's the reason we take birth, we take rebirth, we go through different experiences. Every experience gives us an emotion. Emotions is the learning for soul and the progress for the soul. We say we want nirvana, we want liberation. Well, it's not a switch you can turn on and off. So, how to reach that stage? Only through learning. That means we have no choice but to experience emotions. Like we talk about in karma or soul plan, we have to experience both sides. There will be abundance at times, there will be lack at times, and not just you have to experience properly means gratitude, surrender, and all those things for you to check mark that yes, I have experienced this emotion. Both sides of it. Now, here we are talking about emotions, which is a huge element. Why? Because we feel I'm successful, or we feel I'm a failure. Doesn't matter what, emotions are part of it. It's really like a master key which can really open up many locks in your life. Means it can remove roadblocks. It can really put you on a high-speed highway in your life. So what is it that is really acting as an anchor in our life? One of the things is emotion. Emotions which are trapped. That is the key thing. Why? Because what is emotion? Emotion is, in a way, you can say it is energy in motion. That's emotion. Means it is flowing. Emotions, nature is flow. But if this free flow is, whatever reason, disturbed, now it's stuck. Everything is energy, and so is emotion. Energy flows, emotion flows. Imagine like a river. When it is flowing freely from the high mountains to the whichever ocean it finally goes to, it's flowing. But the moment there is, say, a dam, man-made structure, Now it depends on the strength of the dam, how long that water it can hold. But one thing is sure, the free flow is disturbed. Doesn't matter, it's for the good reason, but the free flow is disturbed. You are regulating it. Any disturbance in that regulation, if the flow stops, it will create problem. In case of emotions, it has become like epidemic. People are not even aware because we are not even taught, we are not informed that there will be trapped emotions. And why should we talk about it? Why should we think about it? Or what should we do about it? And how? When? All these things are not discussed as a way to live your life. So now it becomes a wisdom, it becomes a special topic that, oh wow, now I'm aware of the emotion. Imagine from day one, when we are born till the last breath, we will be experiencing emotions, and yet we don't know what emotion is, where they come from, why should we, learn and understand how to deal. So yes, we all have trapped emotion. Does not matter who, doesn't matter how happy you are or how sad, we all will have. Yes, if you are happy, always happy, you will have minimum trapped emotion. Why? Because when you are happy, you are letting it flow. When you are sad, when you are hurt, when you have grief, there is a high probability that you will have some trapped emotion. If we are aware of the fact that it is world of energy or emotions are nothing but energy, then it becomes easier to understand. Otherwise, we don't know this energy world which is residing in our body. And then we'll look into what is this emotion code. Is it a mathematical formula? Is it code means just a matter of information, wisdom, what it is? And then we'll see at the end that what your life would be without these trapped emotions. Just imagining itself will give you such happiness, such peace. So imagine, just imagining giving you so much, when really it happens, how much you can liberate the stuck energy in you, which was hurting you. And now that energy can be used for your healing. And the best part, there is no medicine. It's just understanding your wisdom. So understand and then how to release, we'll talk about this. So what happens, why we say you'll be so happy and healthy and all those kind of things once you understand? Because then imagine if there is no trapped emotions, that means there is no sorrow. There is no anger inside you. There is no depression, there is no anxiety, there is no grief, all kind of low level emotions, we feel time to time, someone may experience less or more, but we do go through these negative emotions of jealousy, emotion of all kind of, negative emotion that comes. The greed, lust, all these are low level frequency emotions. So what happens is when people go through say depression, anxiety, people say, oh, I'm getting panic attacks. Obviously you run to the doctor, you run for some medical help, because now in a way you can say it's too late. But imagine if we can handle it before it gets to that level, that it's really bothering us. Now the life becomes so blissful. Time to time, little bit, we all will go through it because soul has to experience. But imagine you have anxiety for 15 minutes versus 15 hours in a day. Day and night difference in your life. You are driving, you are working, relations, within the family or around your community and all those. There will be ups and downs. That's given. Nothing wrong in it. But when whole day you have that negative feeling, and the worst, you don't even know that there are emotions stuck, but that becomes our normal life. We don't even know how it feels to be on the other side. So when we don't know, it's just a matter of you don't know what you don't know. You feel helpless. We are governed. Our day-to-day activity means our happiness, our uh, blissfulness, or our uh, life that we experience as life will be limited by these emotions. Why? Because they are governing. So the question is, where are these emotions coming from? Why do they even exist? And does it matter my emotion or someone else's? Doesn't matter. It's your parents, your sibling, your spouse, kids, colleagues. Do they impact you the same way? So emotions are generated by the body. On what basis? First, your environment. Whatever you are experiencing in this moment. And the information is stored from the past. So whether you are happy or whether you are sad, whether you are feeling shame or whether you are feeling proud, these two things work together in a sense that, okay, what's happening right now? And then the past. And the body says, okay, this is my logic. If this equals this, that means that is that. Those logics based on what has happened in the past will be presented to you. It's coming from deep within us, not from outside. This is where mind and body are working together. We get impact by any emotion, and obviously when it hits us, it hits the most. Why? Because if you turn on the TV, read newspaper, whatever, there will be always news about something going wrong somewhere in the world. Any natural calamity or any incident from any other country or different city, yeah, it may impact you humanly. However, it will be a very limited impact. But when it happens in your own city where you live, in your neighborhood, the impact will be much higher. Now it is your pain, not just your hearing or reading about someone else. Now you feel it. And we go to the quantum model, we know that how this chain reaction starts. Start from your thoughts. From your thoughts comes your emotions, and based on the emotions, because you will be feeling something. So as you feel, as your emotions. And then as your emotions, the body will be secreting enzymes, hormones, all those chemical reactions, what we say happens in our body. And those are the chemicals which we are talking about, the emotion flows. If they flow, body will secrete them out. There are various mechanisms that the body secretes, but it will be processed. However, when we do not process, when we don't accept our the pain or whatever it is. It could be grief. It could be, something that you got hurt emotionally. And when we don't accept, when we are in anger, when we say, how can I forgive this person? He or she did this to me, or how dare this person said this to me? We are holding that anger in us. Anger means emotion. Emotion means those chemicals. Those chemicals inside us means potential issue. The longer they stay, the more they hurt. And because they are ours, the hurt is much, much deeper. So emotions are vibrations of energy, pure energy. As we said, energy is in motion and they are trapped. So now it has become a topic that we must understand. Again, quantum model explains that energy interact with other energy. So what happens whenever you are having that emotions? The body is producing vibration. Vibration, frequency, energy, whichever way you understand, these are the same thing. We begin to feel the emotion, any thought, any physical sensation that comes along with it. And then comes let go. For example, you go and watch a comedy movie. You laugh, you will feel the feeling, the emotion, the vibration, the body, and then the release. End of the story. You watch a horror movie. It won't be comic, but it will be scary. So obviously you have this fear, you have all those emotions, but because it's a movie, you will let it go. End of the story. Sometime you watch a movie and you get emotional. It could be a family drama. It could be any kind of thing. And now that thing is stuck. You feel for the characters. And you may have experienced yourself or around you, people keep talking about that character for a long time. What does it mean? If you are talking about a character for a long time, that means that information is inside you. You have connection to that. Depending on that, what kind of connection? Is it a positive or a negative connection? You feel great about that character, performance and all, it's a positive side of energy. If it is the negative, right? All the bad thing happens, all the character did, and all those things. Now, those are negative things. If it is as far as the story is one thing, but when we, sometimes you get involved in that story. Sometimes you feel that, oh yeah, this thing happened, or this person did this to that character. Same thing is in my life. Somebody is doing this. You relate, you get connected. And now it's like you have handcuffed yourself with that story. Why do we do that? Sometimes when you're in pain, you don't know this, you are governed by your emotions. We just want people to come and sympathize with us. We feel good about it. Why? Because our ego is acting. So we do more and more. People whine, people, just to get sympathy, they will keep narrating, oh, look at me and this and that. They get sympathy, but you are just boosting the negativity inside you. So you are not processing, you are not letting it go. That means it is inside. And it can stuck at any level. Initially, in the middle, or while you are supposed to process, you are not processing the emotion and it gets stuck. So it doesn't matter where it gets stuck. What is the problem? If it is stuck inside us, we will release it later on. The problem is major health issues. To an extent, whether we look at ADHD, whether you look at eating disorder, multiple sclerosis, allergies, asthma, autoimmune disease, bipolar disorder, tennis elbow, diabetic, low self-esteem, vertigo, autism, phobias. All these things may be coming from your stuck emotion. Now, the emotion code we are talking about, it doesn't mean that you use that as a healing mechanism, the only healing mechanism, right? So you say, I don't take medicine, don't go to doctor, I will only do this. That's not the point. The point is use this in parallel, in combination. If you need to go, yes, you go and see a doctor. However, if you understand this code, if you understand this phenomena, if you know how to use this simple technique, you will avoid any emotion stuck in you. And if you avoid any emotion stuck to you, this list is not limited, but this is just some of the few things I talked about. So imagine if you cleanse yourself with those trapped emotions, you will be healthy. Now you don't need to go to any, for any medical help. That's the beauty. Not that when you need, you don't go. The question is, you should not need. Can I live a life where I don't need to go or need any medical intervention? Yes. Clear your emotions, clear your thoughts. Not easy, of course, because if it was that easy, then this whole process of soul and experience will be different. So that's where the emotion code comes into play. Now, how does this emotion code work and what it is, we will talk about it. But what is the connection? The emotion code connects to your subconscious mind. That means we are accessing that information from subconscious mind, means bypassing your conscious mind. So it's like, you need some information, your old photographs, your some other, your personal information you have saved in your computer. So what do? You just go in the hard drive and access it. So our body has a lot of information. Anything that is happening with us, we have the information. Anything that has happened before, we have the information in our body. Small thing. You had viral, you had fever, you had some other sickness, you had some good time. Doesn't matter. Body stores the information. Now you may have heard that the body, or we use couple of percentage of our brain capacity. And people say, imagine if you use in double digit or high double digit, well, you'll be a great person, because we don't even use low single digit. They are referring to that we do not use a lot of our conscious mind. Most of it goes to subconscious mind. Why? Because as you grow, after 7 years, you have observed, you are learning, and now everything has gone, the neurons and the network, which becomes your habit, your personality traits, and all those things. So now you do things without thinking, because it's in your subconscious mind. Your personality or your behavior is very predictable. That yes, this is my nature, this is what I do. In this situation, I'll be end up this way. Whether I will yell, whether I will be calm, depending on who I am. All this information is in our subconscious mind, and that's where the emotion code comes into play, because this allows you to access your subconscious mind. Otherwise, how will you access subconscious mind? There are limited ways. Of course, meditation is one, and that is the difference between sleep and meditation. In sleep, you don't have any control on your subconscious mind, whether in meditation you do. And that's where you can rewire, that's where you can change yourself. People go through different events in the family, right? Good or bad, whatever. Some tragic events. If you have a loss in the family, or divorce in the family, or you have some event where you really got separated whichever way with relations or colleagues and all, some anger, some event happened, misunderstanding, whatever it may be. That incident leaves a deep impact on certain people. And then later on, when it's not released, that emotion not released, and you develop certain things, we don't understand why it is happening. Sometimes we say, oh yeah, a long time I've been having my knee pain, my headache, or migraine, or diabetic. I don't know, all of a sudden it started. All those kind of things, there is a reason. People have different kind of phobias, fear, and all those kind of things. And then if we use emotion code, if we release the root cause, that stuck negative emotion which is causing all this, immediately you will feel a difference. Immediately you feel, wow, something has changed. No medicine, nothing. What happened? You release that emotion. And because you don't even know it is stuck, it becomes a little difficult. So first you have to use subconscious mind to find out which emotion is stuck. Where is it coming from? And then you do the last part, which is releasing. See, you are having pain. Yes, you take medicine. For sure. For some time, pain will be, you feel pain is gone. Pain is not gone. You don't feel the pain. When the effect of that medicine goes down, boom, the pain comes back. And then you feel, oh, it has come back. No, it never went away. You just didn't feel because of that medicine. But when you release the emotion code, it means using emotion code, when you release that stuck emotion, boom, now that pain is gone forever, permanent fix. So does not matter what, all these things are coming from the past. Why? Because your past is stuck with you. You're like handcuffed. Why? Because you're not letting it go. And that's where forgiveness and all those things are so critical, so important. We feel, how can I forgive this person? He or she did this to me. Boom. No, never. But you are getting hurt. Because our mind has two major department, major way it functions, conscious, subconscious, right? And like we said, that conscious mind is where consciously we are taking some decision or commanding. But most of it is happening subconsciously. And thank God it is happening subconsciously. You don't have to worry and control that, okay, my sugar level should be this, my body temperature should be this, maintain my blood pressure or the kidneys or the lungs and all those functioning. It is happening subconsciously. Consciously, yes, you go to work, you drive, you do many things, you wake up, prepare food. Those things, yes. You will eat, you will see, you will hear, all the five senses, all those things, yes. But that, if you see overall, it's low single digit utilization of the brain. So what happens is, whatever is happening in your life, you are having experience which is stored in your subconscious mind. So anything that happened 10 years ago, anything that happened, long time ago that you seems to have forgotten, it's there in your subconscious mind. And when it is there in your subconscious mind, means there is a way that I can change that story or I can release that story. Now you may consider, wait a minute, something has already happened in the past. How can I change that event in my life? There is a way you can change the impact of that event in your life. You can rewrite the story, even if it is historic, and we'll talk about it in the coming sessions. The second element is just release it. The way it is, okay, come in terms with it, understand and release it. The negative impact is gone. So imagine you have a way of changing your history. How cool is that? Ultimately, you're releasing the stuck energy inside you. It will directly impact your physical, mental, emotional health. Why? Because you have removed that roadblock. So, is this something new? Is this something, came into existence? No. In 1960s, Dr. George developed this technique of using the muscle memory. So what we will talk and all those things are given in this book, but it's not something, somebody discovered now. And now you may wonder, man, if it was discovered in 1960, wait a minute, what have we been doing for so many decades? Yeah, that's exactly the point. So how do we access our subconscious mind? So first you have to see whether you can, you cannot, and second is if you can, then how? And then comes the detail. Okay, what do I do once I connect? What is the process? What is the procedure? What is the ideal way of doing things? So we all have this capability of talking to our subconscious mind. Whether we do or not, that's a different thing. And it's not a question of because, oh, we are humans, we are super, powerful in terms of our capabilities. And no, a single cell, that those microorganisms, they have similar capabilities. They can sense which side is danger, which side is life, which side is dark, which side is bright. They can differentiate between positive and negative stimuli. If you introduce a drop of poison in the water in one side, you will see those even single cell microbe, they will be moving to the other side. How do they know this side is danger, that side is life? Because this is what universe, this is what, the energy, oneness, all those things when we say we are interconnected and not, because life is governed by the same supreme, you can say superpower or whatever. So if we connect, we understand, that's where the oneness comes. So all, whether birds, whether animals, they all have this senses. We actually have been losing this in the name of technology and whatnot. If we let our body do things, then we will not fall sick or the body will heal itself. Body knows how to heal. Again, in the name of technology, in the name of new lifestyles and all that thing, we don't let our body heal. We don't let our body take care of itself. We talked about Panchbhutas, the body is made up of 5 elements. We talked about circadian rhythm. We don't follow that. We are not in touch with Mother Nature. We talked about grounding. We talked about, a whole day sitting in a closed environment, whether house, office, wherever, especially in the winter time. We don't even access fresh air, sky, all those Panchbhuta things. Is this alone? Is this related? So there are different topic, different research, different authors have, talked about this. And this topic, which is again the emotion code we are talking about, there's another work by another author, Dr. Candace P. Burt, Molecules of Emotion. This is another very good read. Now, is it something that has been discovered now? No. Thousands of years ago, our masters have understood that emotion and then your physical, either personality and your condition are linked. People who are always angry, they have a heart condition, right? People who are, having grief, they haven't taken care of, they will have lung issues. So where did that understanding come from? They studied and they understood that your thoughts have impact on certain emotion, the way we lead our life. Sometimes the energy flows originate from that particular organ because they have affinity, and they may get stuck somewhere else, or they are stuck at the source. So quantum worlds also explain the same thing. Thoughts are energy, we are all connected, thoughts are powerful, because that's where the story starts. And then it gets into feeling, the emotions, on all kind of enzymes and all kind of, we may call it chemical. And then it gets stuck if we don't process. Why we don't process? We don't know how to live. And it sounds funny, but that's what it is. We have lost that understanding how to live in the name of, the advancement of technology, science, and whatnot. Because everything is energy, they interact. Energy interact with energy, like we said before. So physical body, mind, these are not two mutually exclusive phases. They are kind of interlinked. So we are constantly, each one of us is like, you are transmitting frequencies, receiving frequencies. When we say my affirmation, my wish, you're transmitting, but you're also receiving, depending on your frequency, your consciousness. The higher frequency, the better emotions, means higher level emotions you will have. When you have higher frequency, then you appreciate, you understand others better. It's easy to forgive people. When we are stuck in the low level, it's so difficult to forgive anyone. You're stuck in your own pain. You cannot connect with people. People will say oneness and you will say not for me. So our understanding, as it improves, as we think our thoughts are changing, the story becomes better and better. Different research, different experiments have been done, in the leading institutes, and ultimately it comes back to this point that yes, how your emotions are responsible, how your emotions are resulting in all those health issues that we just talked about. So, masters, this was today's topic, is a starting point of this emotion code, just to uh, understand better what emotions are, where it's starting, and all those things. In next session, we will continue more, and then we will also look into how to identify, how to release. But first, we need to just understand the topic, and then do we need, then comes how do we need, and how do we do it, at what time, and all those details. But this is one thing which, if we understand, if we follow it, if we use it for our benefit, it's like taking shower every day. You cleanse yourself. If you cleanse your emotions, we can be so much happy. We will understand each other better, rather than just proving the point and looking down, or ensuring that, I am the supreme. You start understanding, no, we are all one. So the more we do, the better we become. The better we become, the happier we become. It becomes a snowball effect. It becomes, so much and much easier. Start at a very simple, small step, and then continue. And we all can do it. First thing is understanding. So if you have any sharing, if you have any question, please feel free to unmute yourself.